Listen, the best laid plans sometimes go awry. I said sometimes the best laid plans go awry, but I'm glad I'm here and I'm glad y'all here too. Let me give y'all a shout out before we even get started. What up? What up? Shout out to Sun752. What up, my dude? And T Carrie, right? Morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples go. I mean, come on, Carrie. Come on, Carrie. And Dimples D's is all up in the house. What's up, Dimples? And CC, aka Grown Woman Don't Try. When they gonna switch it back to y'all names, man? I wonder if it's something I could do on my end. Cause this just don't seem right. See if I can. No. I'm trying to see if I can switch y'all names back. No, I can't. I don't know. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. CC, what's good? What's good? Urban Therapy with Sun. 'Tis the season to be bougie. Now I know everybody's gonna deny that they got any bouginess in them. And that's okay because I'm glad that y'all here. Yeah, we're gonna get it done end of the year. Yeah, end of the year. Yeah, November is here. It's the almost last day. December coming away. Tory 2200. What's good, y'all? Emily! Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1:30 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show, and I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. Today, we are talking about 'tis the season to be bougie. I'm not taking you to the movies. You ain't got no dough in your pockets. I can't get with you at the market. 'Tis the season to be bougie. I said, yo, you ain't got enough dough to roll. You ain't buying no presents and you ain't in control. Yo, even if I don't celebrate the season, I'm still buying me a couple of gifts and taking a lift. And you can't got enough money to roll, so I can't get with you. So I'ma see your soul on the other side. But for right now, I'ma ride the way I'm riding it. I got a whole lot of pride, and I think you should start to work more. Better get a little side job at the store. You know they hiring for the Christmas holidays. You better get you another job and get paid. And I ain't eating at no food court. I'm making sure we go to a real restaurant with me, you, and my aunt. I gotta buy me some presents for my favorite nephew and the rest of the kids, and I'm about to do that shit. You know, listen, man. The premise behind this, when I say 'tis the season to be bougie, there's gonna be a lot of money spent during the Christmas season. You know that there's a lot of money that gets spent. And what I've noticed, and y'all can let me know if y'all have noticed this too, even people who don't celebrate Christmas or whatever still spend money during the holidays because it's a fun time. You can't deny that it's a fun time because people are out. You know, they shopping. You see people you haven't seen in a while. There are parties going on, holiday parties going on. So you think you ain't gonna spend some money? You gonna spend some money, regardless. Just being out, just having fun. Prices go up in certain places, and things are made mad affordable. So even if you don't buy presents, you're gonna probably see something out here in these stores or online that's gonna catch your eye. Have you been like, yo, I've been meaning to get a sound bar for the basement, for the TV down in the basement. Home theater. Yeah, look, a sound bar. Cheap. It's a good one too. Got a Samsung sound bar. Bose sound bar. Logitech sound bar. You know what I'm saying? What up, my man Jeff Sprayberry? What up, my dude? How you feeling? And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. What's good? And Emily asks, what is bougie? You know what bougie is. You know what? The fact that you ask what bougie is lets me know that you got a little bouge. You got a little bouge in you. You got a little bouge. But for those who may not know what bougie is, that's, first of all, the word is a slang for the term bourgeois. And the bourgeois class was a European term, and the bourgeoisie were the ruling class, the upper class, the class that had money. It's simply put, it was the class that had money, the bourgeoisie, and they carried themselves in a certain kind of way, pinky in the air while they drinking their tea. The bourgeoisie. So I believe it's the French. Well, hold up. Let me get it together. Who were the bourgeoisie in Europe?
The bourgeoisie were the wealthy, educated merchants, artisans, and business owners who emerged in Europe. They lived in towns and gained power through trade, challenging the aristocracy. Later, they were seen as the owners of businesses, contrasting with the working class.
The working class was the proletariat. I remember this in social studies. Remember these? I don't know what schools y'all went to, but they call social studies, well, they call history social studies in middle school and elementary school when I was growing up. I don't know, you know. Bourgeoisie, modern and Marxist. Now, I thought the bourgeoisie was either Russian or French, but it doesn't, what language is bourgeoisie? Who invented the word?
The word bourgeoisie is French. It comes from bourgeois, meaning a citizen of a town, and is used to describe the middle and upper classes, particularly those who are educated and wealthy.
So it's a French term. I mean, it sounds French, right? Bourgeois. Why you acting bourgeois? Y'all the bourgeoisie. So when black people, you know, shortened it to bougie, it showed number one that some of y'all went to English class. I'm sorry, some of y'all went to school when, you know, y'all graduated. Y'all remember the bourgeois and the proletariat, and then when they say you were bougie, it meant like you was kind of one of them uppity type of black people. You know what I'm saying? You were in hood denial. Not that all black people are from the hood, but and not that all hoods are bad. But I think you can understand where you're coming from. So when somebody tells you, well, no, I only eat Frosted Flakes, I don't eat corn flakes, or my corn flakes have to be, they have to be Kellogg's corn flakes, the real ones. I can't get like corn flakes from like Save-A-Lot or Aldi's or, you know, the discount markets. And that's where a lot of people show their bouginess. When it comes to food, you hear a lot of bouginess when it comes to food, especially when it comes to my people. I don't eat that. So a lot of people think that if you don't eat pork and you're a black person, you automatically on some bougie shit. Either that or you a Muslim. Like back in the day, they would ask you if you was a Muslim if you didn't eat pork. Now, a lot of white people don't eat pork too. I mean, you know, just for health reasons. But people who don't eat pork oftentimes sound a little bougie because they don't only tell you that they don't eat pork, then they want to start talking bad about the pig. I get it. I haven't eaten pork since 1989. When I was 19, that's when I stopped. But I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those black people who act like pork is nasty or stink or you know, you a low class because you eat pork. We're not doing all of that. We're not doing all of that. My people and my family still eat pork. I don't eat it, but they eat it. My dad didn't eat it. My whole life, I've never known him to eat pork. I know he ate it when he was a child. He grew up in the South. It wasn't no Muslims there. It wasn't going down like that. But anyway, but food is one of those areas that you will see the bougie come out of people. So in this season, 'tis the season to be bougie. You're going to hear a lot of people talk about food that's going to be served at certain parties, holiday parties, Christmas parties, Christmas dinners. You know what I mean? Probably even Hanukkah type shit, you know. The food. Black people get very bougie when it comes to food. Oh, you can't eat everybody potato salad. Can't eat everybody potato salad. Who made those deviled eggs? Who made that? Yo. Everybody macaroni salad ain't gonna get it. I ain't eating no pork ribs. What's this? Hey, that food ain't my food. She can't cook. I ain't going over there. That shit ain't a good look. You gonna invite your retarded cousin to? I ain't trying to diss nobody by calling him retarded, but he is. Yo, did you cook? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you cooked the beef ribs on the same grill as the pork ribs? We are out of here. You can't make pork and beef with the same tools. Can't you be the fuck? You crazy? Yeah. I said, who made that potato salad? Who put ham hock in the greens? Is you? I'm out of here, man. They ain't got nothing I can eat. Oh, you still eat McDonald's? You must be. Let's put away this hardware and let's have a conversation, my people. Can we just have like a little conversation? Can we have a little conversation? All right, let's get this together over here. Okay. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. But most important, hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. It helps the channel. The channel needs help. I'm asking for help. I ain't too proud to beg. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely humble enough to ask. Okay. My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? Tori said, son, did you used to play an African dance class? No, I've never taken a dance class in my life. I've never taken an African dance. I've never taken any kind of dance class. You know, no tap, no African, no ballet, no none of that shit, whatever. And you know what? To be honest with you, you would have never got me to be, you never would have never been able to get me to do that as a kid. Not that I didn't mind dancing. I like to dance. But soon as I would have saw that we had to wear leotards or, some tights, Mom, I don't think there's any way you would have been able to convince me that was okay. No, I mean, it don't have nothing to do with being a sissy or gay or nothing. Like, I would have been like, but I don't want to wear that. I'm not doing it. Why can't I just wear some shorts? I ain't even lying. I can see myself asking some shit like that. Like, no. And all of y'all know I ain't start playing no drums till I was I still don't know how to play, but I play anyway. You know how that goes. Just start doing it. All right. Tori says, stop, pigs are so cute. Mm-hmm. They actually are. And so says, I heard it growing up, hearing people put friends and family down. Only G content. Yeah, I didn't even see you. White people make the best mac and cheese for real. Is that so? Mm-hmm. Tori said, no hog balls, pig feet, tripe. Oh my God. That's how you know somebody is deep in the black hood. She said tripe. Tripe ain't nothing but a bunch of fat. Now, you be looking at tripe, you see like a little bit of meat somewhere in there. That shit looked like Like it's like you put a piece of bacon in between two big, thick slabs of fat. Tripe. Okay. Okay. Come on, Carrie says, I used to have two grills when I was with my ex-husband who ate pork. I understand. But you get put on to that. If you slept on it, somebody will awaken you to the fact that, like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Meanwhile, most of y'all restaurants that y'all go into, if they not kosher or halal, well, if it's a halal restaurant, ain't gonna be no pork. Period. There ain't gonna be none of that. Kosher, it ain't gonna happen. But those other restaurants that have pork and beef, you can best believe they cooking that shit on the same grill. So you can just put it out of your mind all you want or whatever, But it goes down. But that's when the bouginess is going to come out. Is Guan come out? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Look, Carrie is named Bougie. For the record, my name reads, come on, Carrie. He says, play the drums in dance class. Bump City, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says, I meant white, but that's interesting. If you would have seen the ass and teats flopping around, you would have happily played the drums. Yeah, I would have played the drums. But that wouldn't have got me in dance class. If I was in dance class, that means I have to dance. And I would have been like, well, why we got to dance that way? I don't want to dance like that. Look, I wasn't a cooperative kid. Like, I was always amazed at child stars or whatever, because they had to have gotten the concept of the whole acting thing. I wanted to be an actor, but I didn't have any conception of what it actually was about and what it took. I would have been resistant to everything. They would have been like, this kid has natural talent, but he ain't doing what we told him to do. And we ain't got time for this shit. Look, get Alfonso Ribeiro over here. He'll do whatever we tell him to do. All right, this Omar McIntyre dude, I'm sorry. Y'all work with him, do whatever y'all got to do with him. But he's out of here. He's out of here. All right. Simon says, do you eat pork, son? No, I do not. Like I said, at 19 years old, I stopped eating pork. What up, Wes? What's good? I see y'all creep on up in here. That's what's up. And Ansel Jones says, I learned adults in the military were bougie when they talked about I'm better than you because my test scores were higher than yours. Oh, God. Oh, education is definitely an area where you're going to find a lot of bougie cats. Oh, my God. And funny, because we just read or heard what the term bourgeoisie meant. It meant the wealthy, more educated class. It literally was written into the framework. Come on, Carrie says. No, silly. We had guys who came to class exclusively to play the drums. All right, cool. But I didn't know about that. I wasn't in them circles. What I'm talking about is dance class. It wouldn't have worked. There's no way you would have got me to put on tights. I'm telling you. Even as a kid, I would have been like, I just don't. I'm good. Give me a pair of Sergio Valentes or something, a sweatsuit. I'm not wearing that. And as a kid, I had a way of getting out of shit that I really didn't want to do. I wasn't very calculating, but I would find a way. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't care how many asses I watch on the side. How much it costs for that? Matter of fact, I'll wait outside. But I ain't doing that. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't. Oh man. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says, that makes me wonder if a restaurant prepares a vegan order on the same grill. And now, if it's an all vegan restaurant, probably, probably no concern there. But if they have vegan dishes and all of that, they ain't reserving no grill for no weirdo ass vegans, because that's how they look at it. Like, we gotta do this vegan shit, and luckily, the shit costs more. We can overcharge them for the shit that's easier to make. Okay, sis, I sent a message here saying hello, and it isn't showing. As a grill used for me, yeah. All right, so this is what we gonna do. We talking about this. 'Tis the season to be bougie. All right, if y'all haven't answered the poll question, please answer the poll question. Make sure y'all hit the like button, answer the poll question, and let's get into this thing here. Let's have a little conversation about what we talking about. Well, I'm talking about, yeah, 'tis the season to be bougie. A lot around this time and during the holidays and all of that, people like to flash their money. They like to show how much money they have. A lot of people will tell you how much money they spent during the holidays, or even if they don't celebrate, they'll tell you how much they made during the holidays. Like, shit, I ain't buying nobody nothing, but I tell you what, I worked all of this overtime, or I got all of this business. In the case of somebody being a business owner, independent business owner, or something like that, they're getting sales. They taking advantage of this season where people spending a bunch of money, and I ain't mad at them, not even a little bit. You're not gonna spill today, huh? I think I found a way. Yeah. I found a way not to make it spill. It'd be too hot when I pour it in there. I gotta leave the top off and let it cool down a little bit. I mean, the benefits of it is that I don't burn my tongue. So I'm good. Nara says, I'm definitely too manly bougie for tights. Like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And I knew that all of them cats wasn't fruity. I'm like, well, I mean, why we gotta act fruity? Them tights don't allow you to move no better than you moving. They don't. What do tights allow you to do that sweatpants don't? See, that's bougie sounding and kind of ignorant, right? I don't give a fuck. I wasn't going to do it. I did wear some leotards yesterday, though. I wore my tights yesterday because they Under Armour and they use for like, a layer, long johns. Speaking of long johns, I get kind of bougie when it comes to long johns, long underwear. The traditional long john material. I'm bougie against that. I never liked that shit because they didn't fit right. And I've always wondered, how do people wear long johns? Where my long john wearers at? Let me know. Like, how did you comfortably get long johns under your clothes? Because I couldn't do it. It used to be irking the shit out of me. Shit be bunching up. You know what I mean? Was it that my long johns was never the right fit or whatever? I used to be like this, and to me, they wasn't even warm. Was it me? Thermals. You said, do y'all wear thermals? I don't. Not the thermals not the traditional thermals. I'm like, that's whether it's the legs or the arms. Like, this should be. They be bunching up under. I'm like, this shit don't. Just give me an extra t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt, and I'll put a sweatshirt over it. And I'm like, my torso don't really get cold anyway. Come on, Carrie says, in African dance class, the guys who danced wore loose-fitting, knee-length shorts and no shirts. Okay, I could probably do that. But I'll be honest with you, I was never interested in being in a dance class. There's that. I have never been interested in being in a dance class. I just wasn't there. I always admired people who played instruments, but dancers, I was always like who can't dance? And that might sound bougie, but I've never been all that impressed by people who could dance. Even to this day, I get bougie when it comes to that shit. I be like on social media, people who always posting shit about dancing. I'm like, are you gonna foster this stereotype about black people and dancing? Like, there ain't nothing wrong with us being able to, but we are, look, I'm not gonna try to diss our ability to be rhythmic and to be able to work our bodies and move the way that we move. I think that's great. But I take issue with that being our claim to fame all the fucking time. And that might sound bougie, but I mean, like, I already know we can sing and dance. I want to see us write some checks. I want to see us open up the dance school, own it, shit like that. And that might sound bougie. Okay. I'm standing on that though. So yeah, I got friends who post dance videos all the time. I'll be like, the bougie be coming on out. Like, you ain't got nothing else on your mind? All of this shit going on in the world? And we posting dance videos? It get views though, right? All right, fuck it. I need to dance more. Okay, y'all talking about that Long John stuff? Hold on. No, it says, I forget I have a pair until this time of year. Come on, Carrie says, I'm asking you and Norris, especially Norris, because it's cold as fuck where he is. Norris says, yep, it might be 30 outside today. Okay. And Carrie said, we've seen you dance on here with your bougie ass. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. Come on, man. I know you got people on your on your friends list that just everything is a song and dance. Everything is a song and dance. Song and dance, song and dance. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. You're gonna charge me with being bougie for that. I'm gonna have to eat that. I gotta take it on the chin. So, man, stop posting them fucking dance videos. Shit. Niggas out here starving, dying. Pardon me, yo. We have a caller.
You have a call from Rita.
Caller. Welcome to the daily. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. What's on your mind this afternoon?
Okay. Bougie people who
like they first of all, especially if you know them since you were like young, there might be family members or whatever, or friends from around the way. But now they feel like they made a come up, and they weren't always bougie,
Oh Lord.
and now they travel, and because they travel like one or two places, and now they feel like they can flex on social media, and they have their pinky up in all of their pictures. They be on a mountain with their pinky up and shit like that. Whitewater rafting with their pinky up. Shit like that. I've been thinking about like bougie situations, not me personally.
Nah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I don't know. God bless and rest in peace, Tina Turner. But when she turned up with the European accent, I was like, the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, I live here now.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't. Some environmental things I can't accept. Like, yo, she from the deepest of the deep. You know what I mean? Like, what we doing? I can see if she was from Louisiana, or as my mom say, Louisiana. But I'm not accepting no Tina Turner with no fucking French accent. I can't do it. I can't do it. And that might be bougie to me, calling her bougie, because I refuse to accept the changes that somebody has made in their environment and in their accent or vernacular. But hey, it's just not easy when you know the truth, and it's right there under the skirt. And in her case, a very short skirt.
So, I know people who didn't travel their whole adult life, and it was on their bucket list. They went to one place, and it wasn't even out the country. They went to like caverns in Nevada, and then now this year, this is the first time they get to go. They went to Morocco. They took the damn picture with the silk dress on, blowing in the wind and shit.
Yeah.
Now they feel like they can look down on other people just because they took a trip to Morocco. And they've never been out of the country until Morocco, but now they start thinking like, oh, what? You don't travel? You need to get off your block.
Yeah.
They start getting all extra. And there's a lot of people because they done made traveling more affordable.
You're right. I mean, no, you are exactly right about that. People who just started traveling, living their best life right now, they do get bougie like they've been doing this all their life. You're like, you just got on a plane for the first time at 37. You 37 and you 39.
Really?
Like, this shit is, it's funny. Oh, but and I know I want to switch it a little bit, but before I do that, people who travel but think they too bougie to go to the Caribbean. Like, the Caribbean is where all y'all niggas go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, y'all niggas on Carnival cruises and shit. No. I would never go on a carnival boat.
There's a caveat to that. They will go to the Caribbean, but it won't be Jamaica. Okay? They're never going to the Dominican Republic, ever. Haiti's completely out of the question. Same thing. Dominican Republic, Haiti. Right? But they'll go to St. Thomas or Barbados, but they won't go to
St. Martin's.
They'll do that. They go to the bougie islands. So like Barbados is supposed to be like the bougie islands,
Yeah, from what I understand, yeah.
They're like, oh, I go to St. Lucia. I don't go to the other saints. I go to St. Lucia. That's it.
Yeah. The British Virgin Islands, not the American version. Yeah, I mean, I've heard people literally say, and I ain't gonna out nobody right now, but somebody very close to me feels that way about the Caribbean. Like, I'm like, what? The water ain't blue there?
Mm. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are people who won't go to the Caribbean at all.
Uh-huh.
I only go to Europe.
I'm like,
I only go to
like,
Europe.
oh, you just don't like paradise, huh?
Mm. And then there's people who just step it up a notch, where it's like, first of all, if you're going to Europe, you're going to have to go through England anyway. But they will not stay in England.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, am I one of those people? I think I might be. Because it's rainy.
Listen, I don't know how people live in I've been to England. I don't know how people put up with that gray sky shit day after.
Yeah.
I don't. Fuck that.
I just realized I was talking about myself for a second. I was like, hold on. Maybe we don't have to talk about those people.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because now I realize I'm one. Because it's gloomy and it's rainy all the time, and a lot of people are grumpy. And until the natives, is what I call them, realize that you are American, like from a different country, they will treat you. Sometimes they're rude if they think that you are, a black person who lives there. But they're like, oh no, you're American. Never mind, you're fine. So yeah, I don't like it. I've been treated better in other countries.
Mm-hmm. Tori 2200 wrote something interesting in the chat. She said, just like people that move down south and come back home to visit, saying it's dirty up here.
Oh my God, for real.
Hold on. If I had a fucking nickel, I'd be like, first of all, you live in a double wide down south. Don't come at me with that shit.
Hello.
You live in a double wide.
To that point, I got family members that moved from New York to Virginia. And then they come back and they be like, I live in the South. Barely. You barely live in the South. Okay?
Shit.
Like, you live in Virginia. You're not in, you know what I mean? You're not even in the Carolinas. And they think that they're better than you because they live in Virginia.
Well, look, you got to remember that Virginia is the most bougie state in the Confederacy.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia, motherfucker. Even Virginia slaves was on some shit. I'm not even playing. Virginia slaves because North Carolina and Virginia is where a lot of slaves were actually taught to read and write. Now, imagine a slave being able to read and write and count and shit. And you think they ain't gonna tease the rest of them slaves down in the bayou and shit? Like y'all, that's why y'all life expectancy is only like 7 years. Cause y'all can't read and write. Like the fuck? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's real out here. It's real out here. So yeah, yeah. But all right. So 'tis the season to be bougie. I still contest. What should I say? I say that around now is when you see a lot of bouginess start to come out.
Yep.
Holiday parties and shit.
No, it's deeper than that.
Well, I'm just saying, these are in addition. It's just an addition. We can talk about all of that shit.
In existence, you ask me.
Oh man, you want to start there?
It comes out in the decoration. People, always somebody who puts out their Christmas decoration videos or pictures first. They set in the stage. Now everybody got to top that. Their family has to look happier. The decorations have to be more opulent. But really, people are paying attention to the gifts that you're giving. You know, is it an expensive gift? Is it a rare gift? Is it a gift that, you know, the person can brag about online? You know, oh my gosh, my sister got me a weekend of you know, ironworking in whatever state, ironwork classes. Oh, I can't wait to use these. Or, you know, whatever. Anything that's brag worthy. That's why this is the season to be bougie.
Mm-hmm.
And to be some of the most ghetto people on the bougie tip.
Hey, listen, they're, you know, around Christmas time, people who don't celebrate Christmas get mad bougie.
Mm-hmm.
They look at you like you a bunch of uneducated, misled, misguided hooligans, accepting that slave holiday to make you spend all that money worshiping that false god. I'm like, oh God, man. And these used to be Christians talking this shit.
As they wait for their gift.
Speaking of gifts, since you already started talking about it. Yeah. Now, the poll question is about the Pollyanna gift at work.
Okay.
Because a lot of bouginess comes out at work. Which I think is interesting because, you know, at work we talking about pay grades and shit. And a lot of times people making around the same money and still looking at each other sideways. Like you make 80,000. I make 80,300. It's that 300.
What's the question though?
Okay. So at work with the whole Pollyanna thing, there's a reason that that a lot of jobs started putting spending limits on the Pollyanna. Because the imbalance of the the imbalance of the gift giving brought out the bougie in too many people. Almost to the point where HR had to get involved. Like, yo, I bought this motherfucker a pair of premium leather gloves, and he got me a phone holder from Five Below. Oh, hell.
No. First of all, you obviously don't remember the time I called in. I don't even remember what the show was about. But somehow we were talking about a Pollyanna type deal. And I called in. I feel like it was like last year because I was pissed. I had
wait a minute. First of all, you called into this show before?
Stop playing. So look. Let me tell you, this sounds familiar. You play too much. My gift that I put into the pool was a bottle of Moscato. Okay, people were fighting over it. It was called Stealing Elves. It was like a Pollyanna type of deal, and I had to pick between two gifts. I was like, because people were stealing my stuff and blah, can only be stolen a couple of times. Blah blah blah. I digress. There were two gifts left by the end of it, and because my stuff had been stolen, I had to pick between these two gifts. I picked one, and it was fucking finger puppets. Finger. I thought when I tell you the whole room, 42 people. 42 people. I see you on my TV. 42 people got silent because they did not know how I was going to react.
Finger puppets?
That's what I said out loud. And then I just started laughing, you know, and I was like, well, I'll give it to my kids. I have, little kids. So I got little kids. It's whatever.
Finger
because
puppets.
it was like I was in shock. I had people offering to give me their gift, like, hey dog, come on. Maybe I could resell these finger puppets on eBay or something. I was like, nope, I'm gonna give them to my kids, put them in the stocking or whatever. I couldn't believe that shit.
Yeah.
Anytime I get a chance to complain about it and relive my stealing L PTSD, I tell that story.
I overstand, understand. That's yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, let me see, what did I say? No, it was at my job. It was at my job. It was at my job. Who was that? CC? Yeah, it was at my job. All of the crock pots, 4 bottles of Moscato. It was like gift cards, $25 gift cards, and these fucking finger puppets. And I got the finger puppets. Man, I was mad.
Yeah, the Pollyanna thing is often unbalanced, and it will bring. Now, I consider you to have had a legitimate gripe. I wouldn't consider that to be bougie, but it's like on one hand, they're telling you to just be happy that you know it's all about giving. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't calculate how much somebody spent on you versus how much you spent on them. But I'm like, if I let's say somebody gave me a cold for Christmas, can I not judge that shit?
Did you say a cold?
Yeah, gave me the flu, for the holidays. Yeah, I can't say nothing about that. I can't say nothing about that shit. I think I have the right to, but on some real shit, like, around Christmas time, I mean, people showing what they got. I mean, I ain't even talking about after Christmas when people really showing what they got. Oh yeah, my husband bought me, I mean, he's showing off jewelry and sometimes, major gifts and all that. Oh, that's cool. But we ain't about to sit around here and act like that, like the bouginess don't really come out. And it does. And sometimes the more subtle people try to make it, the more outright it looks. Right. Oh, okay. Okay. Like the gifts that they buy their kids, especially, years ago when Christmas was Christmas and parents was spending their money on high-end popular gifts. You know what I mean? Remember, I don't know if you old enough to remember back when the Cabbage Patch doll came out.
Yeah.
You had the real Cabbage Patch, and then you had the Cabbage Patch that didn't have that little signature on the ass. You had to pull down the pants. I remember the Cabbage Patch Bougie.
I ain't gonna hold you. I saw one of my cousins got that figure Cabbage Patch.
Yo, you got. Wait a minute. What?
No, Cabbage. I said, yes. She's like, yes, I did. She was crying. I was like, nah, dog, I ain't trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just saying you need to get to make your mother make this right. Because I'm show you my Cabbage Patch Kid. She got the name on the booty, the signature on the booty, and it came with a certificate. And a certificate. Like, so I'll be. Then I got in trouble. They were like, why you have to say something? And I said, with my bougie ass, I was like, I don't think it's right that you would try to deceive her with this Brussels sprout kid, a doll. This is clearly a Brussels sprout, not a Cabbage Patch. They
Yeah.
right. Don't get mad at me because you tried to lie to your child.
He had to pull them those trousers down on the damn Cabbage Patch. See?
Okay, you could see her little bruised ass.
She was the first. The Cabbage Patch was they the first ones that came out with a tramp stamp. The untold story, the untold history of the tramp stamp. It was the Cabbage Patch first.
I got text this to myself. I'm about to put this right on social media.
I'm trying to tell you. I mean, if you know, you know. But yeah, you know, toys like that, having the real versus the replicas. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if that happened with that Tickle Me Elmo shit. See, we don't have toys like that now. Back, you know, years before, we had signature, you know, seasonal toys. Like the hot item of this year, you know, this Christmas season. I don't think they have that anymore. Now,
They do
they? Toys?
Yeah. Sometimes it's a video game. Sometimes it's an actual toy, and the toy like it'll be just like a it was like a ball of fur with eyes. The damn thing didn't have any arms, no legs. It just had eyes and this ball of fur, but it came from some TV series, children's TV series, and they were selling this bad boy for $200 a piece.
Yeah, I need a refresher course because I don't be seeing no straight up toys anymore. Like commercials.
Even Build-A-Bear was like the thing.
It was, and Beanie Babies, but those wasn't real toys to me. They was, but they were like novelty collector's items to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a toy. Like a Cabbage Patch doll was not a collector's item. It was a toy. The Tickle Me Elmo was a straight up toy. Huh?
I said a Cabbage Patch doll is a toy, but a Build-A-Bear isn't?
Build-A-Bear, you got to do work. Because a Build-A-Bear is not, okay, let me put it this way. A Cabbage Patch was a child's toy. A Build-A-Bear, I think, is more for adults than the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can correct me, but I don't remember seeing no grown-ups playing with a Cabbage Patch. But a Build-A-Bear?
I didn't see any damn grown-ups playing with a Build-A-Bear.
But I didn't hear, with a Cabbage Patch doll, I heard that from kids. With a Build-A-Bear, I heard that from adults. Now, I'm not going to argue that a Build-A-Bear is not a child's toy. What I'm saying is, I'm catching too many adults fucking around with that damn Build-A-Bear. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't know if I got to get CPS involved, but it just seems to me. Same as Beanie Babies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard no kid ask for a Beanie Baby. Oh, shit, she got cut off. I wonder if this is the app. Is it the app? Let's see if we can get her back. As I'm doing this, I want to acknowledge Tori 2200. She said, I told my coworker I spent some of my summers in Richard Allen homes as a kid. It was one of the best times of my life. She said, oh no, I lived in the suburbs. I was like, too bad, you missed out. Yo, the Allen. Richard Allen. All right. Let's see if we can recover. Where's the damn where's the part where I can make calls? New call. There you go. All right. Hello, may I speak to Rita?
It came up urban therapy too.
Did it really?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you know how you tell them what the what it's supposed to come up as. I don't know if they really be doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I need to call myself. Okay, so I'm sorry you got cut off.
Okay.
All right, where were we? We were talking about the Beanie Babies.
The Beanie Babies.
Yeah, the Beanie Babies. Yeah, like like I don't know if we need to call CPS, get authorities involved, but I've only known about Beanie Babies and Build-A-Bears from adults, so I can't disqualify them as being children's toys, but I don't remember seeing people like line up in toy stores, and that might be an issue too because they aren't toy stores like they used to be. Parents beating up each other because somebody got the last one. That kind of shit. It went down. Shit went down.
You would have thought Popeyes was being served there too. Yep.
Hold on. You want to talk about bougie? What about the people who claim to have finished all of their Christmas shopping by like August? You ain't gonna tell me you ain't frowning down on everybody.
Uh-huh.
And I've always wondered, like, is it possible to finish all of your Christmas? Like, ain't nobody new that's gonna come into your life that's worthy of a gift?
I can tell you that yes, it is possible. Okay. Yes, it is possible. And no one new is going to come into my life after August 15th.
They ain't getting nothing, huh? They ain't getting nothing.
I'm sorry, we're no longer taking applications for friendship. So after August 16th, okay. So hold on. I never looked down on other people. I just used to feel sorry for other people who were scrambling. Because I'm like, you had all damn year to get prepared. I don't feel sad for anybody now, but there was a time when I did. I don't know if that makes me bougie, but yeah. And I did grow up in the suburbs, so I don't know. I spent my summers in Brooklyn, Tori. So there's that. In Bed-Stuy, to be exact. Just saying.
Tori said, "What about fraternities and sororities being bougie?" Oh Lord.
That's a definite.
That's education bougie.
Whatever. It's bougie for sure.
It's bougie, but for some reason, let me just say this. I'm probably not the one you want to act bougie about around about being in a fraternity or a sorority as an adult. I'm like, yo, leave that, because I'll tell you, yo, leave that shit at graduation. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on, sir. Okay, again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give a fuck about it.
Exactly. That's my whole point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, you said don't nobody give a fuck about it. But
they really don't. Generally, they don't.
The people who give a fuck about it are people who have been in the frat or a sorority.
Yeah.
And I will admit that you'll find plenty of people like, oh, my soror, specifically women, choose and alpha specifically. They always have to find a way to somehow in the conversation put in that they were part of sorority or fraternity. And
name those sororities and fraternities again.
I didn't name the ones that the women, any of the sororities. It's all of them.
Okay.
All of the sororities. Any woman that's been in a sorority is like my soror, my soror, my
My
soror.
soror. But okay, now I know a lot of Qs,
Mm-hmm.
but after school, besides that big ass brand that a lot of them have on their arm, or their occasional throwing up the whole, the whole symbol or whatever after they make a touchdown or some shit, I don't really see Qs acting out like that. But Kappas and definitely alphas will let you know. And I understand why alphas do it, because that's the smart fraternity. AKAs, the female, the sorority, they tend to hold on to it for a long time. But them motherfucking deltas, the pride of deltas. Let me just put it this way. I see a lot of pink and green with the AKAs.
Yes, AKA.
But them red and whites, when they dug in, like I know, all right, there's this girl who I grew up with that lived right down the street. And when I tell you, we're friends on Facebook. And when I tell you she's nauseating with the Delta shit, I would think that she's still a sophomore or something. She must have just went over.
Nah, that's her. I see it more with the AKAs. That's the clear.
But she not the only Delta. She's just the closest one.
I'm just saying that the people who do it like that, who are Deltas, never had, like they experienced trauma or something in their childhood, and they hold on to that shit and they drag it across their lifetime. But as far as the masses, AKAs, they got pink and green license plates. They only buy, well, a lot of them only buy pink or green cars, or they get special cars so the car can be pink. It's crazy. They do the interior pink and green. The Christmas, there's a whole website. It's crazy. Their Facebook groups where they post their Christmas decorations, a number of pink and green, all over the damn place. They got their pets dressed in the pink and green. The kids, and that's the boys.
I'll say this. I have never seen a Sigma as an adult rep that shit hard like that. And the Zetas seem to be a little grounded too. They'll rep their shit for sure, but nowhere near the level of the Deltas and the AKAs.
That's true. I agree with that.
So, but as an adult, the reason I said I'm not the one that you should come around, repping that shit for, because I'm like, there's nothing that you're getting right now that I can't get. But when we was in school, there was nothing you could get that I couldn't get. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I understand what a lot of people's motivation was for pledging. And I ain't mad at it, but we're not going to pretend like your self-esteem was where it was supposed to be beforehand. Some yes, plenty yes, many no. You know what I mean? And then you got the people who was scared to pledge or whatever, for whatever reason. They just didn't do it, but always admired that shit from afar. Man, I had this had to be about 5 years ago. I want to say it was in 2000 or if y'all see me keep looking to the left, is y'all right. It's because I'm watching my refrigerator. That shit, I'm looking at the temperature on the freezer, and that shit is like going up and down. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So that's what's distracting me over there. All right. A friend of mine who never realized his childhood dreams of becoming a Q is going to ask me at 50 fucking years old, yo, oh, we should get our letters. I'm like, what letters? He was like, Q. Like right now, Q stands for quiet. Shut the fuck. Are you crazy? He's like, you know what I mean? You know, we should. I'm like, where you get a we? Like, motherfucker, we've been out of school 30 years. What are you talking about? He ain't talking about grad chapter. I'm like, what grad? I ain't going back to school. But it'll be grad chapter and blah, blah, blah. I said, yo, dog, you know what I mean? You too much, too little, too late. I'm not fucking even thinking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? We got kids, houses, bills, revolving accounts, business aspirations, IRS. And you talking about, there's no way. There's no way. Look, shout out to people who are returning students, going back to school, getting their degrees. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at this stage in my life. But going for a clout chasing thing, and that's what it is in my mind, a clout chasing thing, a thing like pledging a fraternity at grown man, middle age status. I couldn't even believe he came with that. I'm like, damn, you still on that? Out of all you've accomplished, out of everything you've done, that's what you missed out on? Yeesh. He was serious. He continued to try to convince me. I said, yo, you are on your own. Yo, Patti LaBelle, get the fuck out of here, Michael McDonald. I ain't gonna lie, man. I clowned the shit out of him. I'm like, man, ain't nothing they could do for me. The fuck? You know what I mean? I wouldn't even smash a QE. You know, that was they. For those of y'all who don't know, that was their auxiliary. That was the chicks that they fucked. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I mean, there's a lot of benefits to being a part of a fraternity or sorority, but I mean,
at this age, no, there aren't. At this age, for me, there isn't even one benefit. Okay. Except for nostalgia. By this time, I know how to network. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I don't need help with that. And I definitely don't need the brotherhood. The fuck out of here. Man, so much to this shit. But I couldn't believe at 50-something years old, because I think I was more than 50. I think this had to be like 2021 or 2022. I was like, I think I got bougie on him. I definitely looked at him differently. Like,
let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen an unemployed person who was a part of a fraternity?
Yes.
Wow, because I haven't.
Yeah, I've seen unemployed people who not only joined the fraternity but went to University of Penn. You can be unemployed at any stage of your life. You know, that all it takes is a bad roll of the dice.
Remain unemployed.
Well, remain unemployed. You know, like
I'm talking about. Like, so that's one of the biggest benefits of being an active, part of a fraternity or sorority. Like, if anything ever happens, like, you always have a job. They will make sure there's a whole board, okay? Like at this point, there's an online board, okay, of what people need. You put up a GoFundMe, like all kinds of stuff. Like, you don't have like no worries. People you know and don't know will come to the rescue and make sure that you have.
I mean, it sounds good.
I've never seen anybody remain unemployed. And I'm not talking about just getting any job. I'm talking about getting somebody always has a hookup somewhere.
It sounds good in my 20s.
I'm just saying this.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying too. And by the time I'm in my 40s and 50s, if I haven't figured it out, it ain't gonna get figured out.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? It ain't gonna get figured out. But black people are the only people who hang on to fraternities and sororities after school, after college.
That's not true.
And no, it really is. At that level, I remember when listen, white people will tell you straight up and down, even if they're active, they'll tell you, I was in a fraternity when I was in college.
Yeah.
They don't say I'm in it now. We do. For us, it's for life. For them, it is not for life. They might still give just like they give to their schools and all that, but they will tell you straight up and down, I was in that fraternity when I was in college. It is past tense. When Kamala Harris was running for president last year, and they was clowning her on the low, like, and she went to like her college sorority thing, blah, blah, blah. And I heard what they were saying, like, I know, I get it because I'm on this side, but I understand fully where they was coming from. Like, it was ridiculous to them. Like, fuck.
Their experiences are different than ours.
Right.
They have the ability to say, oh, I was doing that in college, because they didn't have the same challenges as us.
Well,
as far as jobs and things like that and resources were concerned. Yeah, we do hold on to our fraternities and sororities on a different level. We hold them in high regard because a lot, especially you're talking about in the 60s, the 50s, 60s, 70s, being a part of sorority and or fraternity was sustaining us in ways that where if you weren't in one, you weren't being sustained in the same manner. So yeah, they don't look at it the way that we do because they didn't have the same challenges historically.
I could see it both ways. I can definitely see it both ways. We've always had challenges, and we've always had people who overcame those challenges, whether with the group or not. So, like I said, I can see it from both sides. But like I said, I'm not the one. I'm not a good person for you to come around.
Because they weren't doing it. They were trying to undermine. There's a reason behind. All I'm saying is that there's a reason behind why we hold on to it and wear an AK for life and a Q for life. I don't like using Q as an example. They just party boys. But I'm an alpha for life. I'm a cat.
That is not true. Wait a minute. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. They are not just party. No. All of the great black men who have ever done anything in this country have been Qs. I'm not even bullshitting.
Okay.
All of them. You party boys. Those are the Kappas. All they do is party.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't my experience.
Well, exactly. See that you went to the wrong school. So, no. But the thing is, there's a difference between being a member for life and being a fanatic for life. I'm talking about the people who are fanatical. Like, you do not have to wear red and white every fucking day. You know what I mean? That's fanaticism. That's not. I'm deltas that I know. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, that's not their colors.
Look, I'm not saying no fucking crimson. It's red and white, goddamn. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what it's red and white. You know what I mean? You a Delta?
Listen, we're not talking about me.
I'm just asking you a question. Are you a Delta?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Evidently, you. Okay, all right. So, yeah. So everything this chick wear, everything she do, somehow gets represented. I'm like, are they feeding you? Did they raise your kids? Oh, she ain't got no kids. Okay. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, the fact that she don't have no kids Kinda. Well,
Oddly enough, a lot of deltas don't have kids, and deltas are mostly teachers, people who work in education or some usually on an administrative level.
it's the spinsters sorority. We finally figured it out. They're a bunch of old maids and shit.
They use the best cars, the best job, you know, the best house. They this big flex, man.
You know, now I'm thinking about it. A lot of them chicks really don't have no kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're barren. That's the barren sorority. It's the barren sorority. Shit start coming out. It's the barren sorority. Like, listen, if you want to go raw with a chick and never get her pregnant, go get yourself a delta. Thank you, Rita. I was wondering, like, I never really thought of that. I learned so much on this show. I'm thinking about, hold on. This one that I know ain't got no kids, got a big ass house and cosmetic surgery. And I ain't even talking about the one on my block. From my block. All right. That's all you got. That's all you got. All right. Anyway.
I see you on my screen.
Some of them get bougie. You know what I'm saying? And Tori chose violence today. Now she talking about the Masons. I'm like, oh shit.
I mean, our community has had a way of creating, you know, the opportunities that we need. So I'm not going to look down on it.
Well, with the Masons, I don't consider them to be bougie because it's a secret society. They be too busy denying that they worshiping the devil and you don't even find out that the shit is all about Islam until you get to the higher degrees. Listen, my dad was a 33rd degree. I know this shit is all about devil worship. I mean, it is what it is. How you gonna make it out here? Illuminati!
And on that note, I think my mother's calling me, and what'd you say?
I was just saying. I wouldn't associate. I don't personally associate the Masons with being bougie. I don't. They have their own thing. It's their own club and all of that. But I wouldn't associate them with being bougie. I mean, they throw events that anybody can come to, whether it's fundraising or whatever. But they do. I mean, I've seen them a lot. All of the Masons that I know are regular people, and that's probably because they're Black Masons. So there's a difference.
Do you feel like Masons, Eastern Stars, people who are in Black motorcycle club, like people who are in like organized groups are always bougie?
No,
because I feel like sometimes Black motorcycle club clubbers or whatever they call themselves or members can sometimes come off as bougie because they're in a motorcycle club.
To me, they all come off as corny.
Well, it can be both corny and bougie.
I'm just saying, I've never seen them act bougie. I mean, you a fucking 60-year-old running around here with a fucking motorcycle leather vest. Well, you are disqualified from being bougie.
Motorcycle with a turtleneck.
They are disqualified from being bougie. That's all I'm saying. Totally disqualified. When y'all begging, or no, not begging, but requiring y'all members to come out on a Tuesday and drink because y'all got to get this money and ain't nobody else gonna pay you to be at this social club where you got to get this ticket to drink and all. Get the fuck out of here. A motorcycle club and you 60, 70 years. Get the bougie. You needy.
They be like, yeah, I'm a part of this social club. Oh, I'm a part of this motorcycle club, and we do exclusive trips. Oddly, speaking of exclusive trips, one of my daughter that I've mentioned before when I've called, and yes, I've called before. Don't be funny. She was a competitive skier, and she would get into the nationals each year, and I drive her, out to Colorado to participate in the nationals. And the nationals always felt like there was like this crossover, but apparently there's a black ski group. I shouldn't say group, but it's like an association. And they are very, very bougie. Very, very bougie. Somebody came up to us and was like, "Oh, do you know where the rest of the group is?" And I was like, "Well, what group are you talking about? Because we just here for the nationals." And they're like, "Oh, I thought you were part of the group," because of course you don't see a lot of us on the ski slopes, and especially not in those numbers. And then I started asking questions about it, and some people were kind of hoity-toity, about releasing some of the information about it. And I had to actually come out and be like I'm trying to, what's this energy right here? Like, you, at this point, that my daughter is one of the 2 or 3 black people in the entire nationals competing. You're just here with your annual ski trip. So don't be looking at me like, who's this person we're giving information to? I was insulted. Like, I don't want to curse too much here, but I'm just saying. But they were very, very bougie. I actually do follow them on Facebook just to kind of see what kind of stuff that they do, and they do multiple trips each year, but most of the people were they were definitely bougie.
Okay.
Definitely bougie. I don't know if you ever heard of them, like the Black Association of Skiers.
No. I just know that. Yeah, I just know that a lot of most black people don't ski, and mad black people, strangest thing, coming from Philly, I'm so used to us, people throw those ski trips all the time, either the Poconos or New York, you know what I mean? So we so used to getting on the bus, and nobody skis. Nobody skis, nobody skates, nobody does anything. It's just a party, a freak party. As a matter of fact, I've seen the tapes. You know what I mean? But when I talk to my peoples in Milwaukee, they never heard of no black people skiing. They looked at me like I was the exorcist, and my head was turning around. I'm talking about, ski trips. And I was like, all this fucking cold and snow y'all got up here, y'all don't take advantage of any of it? Y'all don't go on ski trips? And it was like, no, hell no. Only white people ski. Now I'm looking bougie. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm like, y'all niggas don't even know how to make the best of a situation. All y'all do is eat, drink, and smoke. And it's literally the truth. In Milwaukee, and I'm sure it's not exclusive to there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they was like, black people ski, and I was like, what? Most of them don't ski. It's like going to the beach, and most of them don't swim. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a fact. It's a cold hard fact that I've had to make peace with, but it's fucking true. We really don't know how to fucking swim for the most part, most of us. But same thing with the skiing thing. Like for us, it was just a getaway and a freak show. Literally, like them shits was like Freaknik, but way more explicit. And
no thanks.
They've slowed down now. I haven't heard of nobody giving ski trips lately. And I think mostly because it got so out of hand. People's reputations got so bad. So many relationships and shit broke up or ended over those ski trip videos. Have you seen any of them?
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I've been asked for years. Up until recently, they don't like you said. The people don't really do them anymore. But I was asked for years, and I don't know if you would consider me being bougie. Well, I think at this point you do. But I was like, I am not going to go on a ski trip and share a room with people I don't know. They were like, well, give people that you do know. I don't like that many people. So there's that. But whether I know them and like them or not, I'm not sharing a villa with people and then just to be around a whole bunch of people who are eating, drinking, and getting drunk and fucking. We can do that at home. I don't need to go to the Poconos for that. And after the first few times of me seeing pictures and it was just so much going on. I was like, I just felt like it was classless. And I was like, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah. I know I didn't want to be associated with going on those trips just because of the reputation of those trips. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I never wanted to be the type of person that sounded like I was in search of that type of activity. And I guess that's a little bougie, but I ain't give a fuck. I'm like, no, I'm not going. And almost for the same reasons that you talking about, like I'm not sharing no room and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Now of course, you could get up there and have your own room. You know, but it seemed to me like a lot of people went up there in search of exhibitionism, kind of. You know what I mean? Because everybody was drunk on the bus ride up there. I've seen those videos too. And then by the time you get up there, you all drunk up and shit, drunk and high. And then then they have like the party the first night you go up there. And that's when, and then the shit. By the time y'all getting ready to come home, that's like the cool down period, because you done basically changed everything in your life. You know what I'm saying? You done rearranged your whole social profile. By the time you on your way home, but unfortunately it's all on video. So yeah, I didn't want to be associated with that, and if that's bougie, then count me in, but I wasn't with that. And a lot of people would ask, well, what did you have to hide? And I'm like, nothing, but I don't want to. There's just some things I don't want my name associated with.
Yeah. And
that's all.
Plenty of people who thought I was corny for not wanting to be a part of that. I was like, listen, that's not my idea of fun. STDs and getting STD in the Poconos, not my idea of fun.
Shit.
Being drunk high and everybody being with everybody for a weekend. No. I could be a hoe at home for free if I wanted to be a hoe.
Hey, those videos was really something. But I think those videos soured a lot of people perception of, it did. You have to kind of think about the people that it attracted when they saw those videos. Like, wow, I'm definitely going next year. You know what I mean? Versus, like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna start paying on mine now.
but seriously, people get excited about it, but it depends on how you like to get down. But speaking of being with everybody, it is cussing season, right? Tis the season. Do you think that those who look down on people who are trying to find somebody for the holidays or during the holidays, do you think those people are bougie?
It depends on which side that you're trying to find somebody. Are you trying to find somebody to take care of you, or are you trying to find somebody for love? Because you can be looking for somebody for love at any time of the year. But if you a bum or a hobosexual, as they call them, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you definitely ain't. What do you have to be bougie about? Motherfucker, you ain't even got a roof over your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Well, some people just don't want to be by themselves during the holiday. There are plenty of men and women, or maybe I should say women and men, who will, what's the way I want to say it? They will test a few people out until they get the right fit for whoever's going to stick around throughout the winter, from now until ghetto Christmas time.
Yeah, no, I don't look down on those kind of people. Mentally,
But
I can't.
am I believing?
No, I mean, shoot, different strokes for different folks.
Okay.
You know, I mean, they might consider you to be bougie, but unless you treat those people badly because of their choice of how to hook up with somebody, I don't see how that would be. Well, I guess you can be bougie without doing that, but I think you get what I'm saying. Like, maybe you are bougie for that. I mean, so you know what I'm saying? The real question is, ham hocks in the greens or turkey butts in the greens?
Oh, turkey butts.
Okay. Now, a vegan might look down on you like, low life carnivore.
Yeah, but you leave my son alone.
Low life carnivore? You know what I'm saying?
He was like, "Who me? You're still doing that?
Still doing that?
Yes, I am.
Still doing that.
Absolutely.
Practicing death. But yeah. 'Tis the season to be bougie. All right, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Who's the most bougie person that you know? And are they bougie to the point where they are unbearable, or is it just like one of those things that everybody accepts? Because it be like that sometimes. Is there anybody who comes to mind with you?
Okay. Well, I know that I am, but since I got to pick somebody else, like how I did that. That I know of all people. Let me think. There's so many choices. Okay, does it matter that they don't really have the right to be bougie?
No, it does not. So the people who don't have the right are the bougiest.
Okay, well, yeah. I have a daughter that's bougie. I have a sister cousin that's bougie. Neither of them have the right or will have the right ever to be as bougie as they are. How dare they?
Yeah.
That's the short answer. That's the short and long of it. There's one more person, but they live with me, so I don't want, and they listen to your show, so I don't want to,
Yeah. The bougiest person I know is my sister. And she's kind of unapologetic about it, but she will try to dumb it down at certain times or whatever. But she
Bougie how?
Okay. I'm trying to pick out just one example. Okay. All right. So have you ever known somebody who's into name brands but not necessarily high end? You know what I mean? Like it don't have to be like Louis or Gucci or whatever, because that's like the usual suspects or whatever. But like the name brands that she'll choose, first of all, it will be a name brand. It won't be no generic type shit that might be just as good or whatever. You know, it's gotta be, it kind of has to be that shit.
Yes.
Sort of like iPhone users.
Yeah.
And she does use an iPhone. So,
okay.
So yeah, Apple, like that's an example. If with her, it has to be Apple product.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, I do know people like that. I do. So are you saying that's what your sister does?
There's more.
Okay.
Like she might qualify for that whole Caribbean thing that we was talking about earlier.
Okay.
But she has gone to the Caribbean, but she went to St. Martin. No Bahamas, no Jamaica.
Did she say it last night?
Huh?
Did she say St. Martin?
Yeah, she did.
Oh.
Which ain't wrong.
Yeah, but
It ain't wrong. It's a French joint. You know what I mean? It ain't wrong. But I remember never have heard of it before. And thinking to myself, like, why the fuck would you want to go there?
Haiti should be pronounced icy, but we don't do that. But
who don't?
Okay.
Me and my Dominican folks, that's exactly how we say it. Thank you.
Okay.
So, yeah, like there are the acceptable bougie people in our lives, and then there are the, like in the comments, like CC, grown woman don't try me, extremely bougie, but she's good people. That's the only thing.
Well, that's what counts.
That is what counts. But trying to shake off the label, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, chickens and ducks are definitely birds. But you put that chicken in that water, I hope it's boiling. Because the result is going to turn out the same way. Now, I ain't never seen the chickens fly south for the winter. So yeah, but yeah, Black Friday was yesterday. So, the bougie season has officially kicked off. So when you get invited, or if you get invited to those holiday parties, those after work, what they call happy hour, you know what I'm saying? And you start seeing it. Like even the happy hour bougie. So we not hot wings and frying it? No. We going to the good mall. So I'm like, they still have hot wings and fries at the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, but we not going to Cheesecake Factory. Listen, you know what? I'll meet y'all there. I ain't fucking going to this shit. I ain't. You know what I mean? You know, you gonna fuck up my credit card. But yeah, we're about to see a lot of outright bouginess and some undercurrent. You know,
what do you mean about to? You didn't see it with the change in the Thanksgiving meal? Oh, for hors d'oeuvres, we had, caviar before the dinner was ready. And, we ate prosciutto, prosciutto for dinner, instead of turkey. People are changing up their Thanksgiving dinners and like in big ways, big ways, so they don't want to be associated with the traditional Thanksgiving meal. Mm-hmm. You didn't notice that? Maybe you weren't paying attention.
I wasn't. You know what? You're right. Because people talking about what they will and won't eat or prepare or serve for Thanksgiving. So yeah, it has kicked off. It has kicked off. Yeah, definitely.
Everybody wants to be associated with the big arm and the beans with the potatoes, whatever, however the song goes.
How can nobody want to be associated with the big arm? So I know people who only trust the big arm.
Well, I am somebody who only trusts the big arm.
All right. Big arm. That's the shit that we stereotype. Like, what in the hell? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I need the diabetic arm. Coming right up. Coming right up.
I post a meme that says, if your arm don't look like this, I'm not eating your food.
I've seen it. You know what I mean? But yeah, even the vice president of the United States, if you will accept, he was talking about telling everybody that they don't, telling all y'all Americans that y'all don't really like turkey. Because y'all don't make that shit no other time of the year except for Thanksgiving. I was like, evidently, he's nowhere near, he's never been to Jersey. Where you can see wild turkeys roaming the street. You know what I mean? With protected status.
Listen, I don't even live in Jersey, but no lie. We had this turkey, R.I.P. He just died last year. He lived like right in Delaware County. And he's right outside the YMCA. I kid you not. I have pictures of him. Throughout the years, I've known him. My kids have knew him since they were little. We don't like turkey.
What's the lifespan of a turkey? You know, I never thought of this. How long does a turkey live? What's the lifespan of a turkey?
Wild turkeys usually live 3 to 5 years, but some can reach 10 years. Domestic turkeys, however, are often slaughtered at 5 or 6 months, although they can live up to 10 years in sanctuaries.
You know what? I feel bad now. They only, and this makes sense because them big older turkeys, what would they be, like a 50-pound turkey? Or is that shit all feathers?
Nah, they be dense, yo. They be dense.
So those are baby turkeys we eating?
But I don't know what the week he talking about. I be eating turkey wings literally all year. Summertime, wintertime, springtime, fall, like, love me some turkey.
I never thought about the life of a turkey before. Everything changes from here. Everything changes from here.
What's gonna change now? You're not gonna eat turkey wings no more?
I mean, I ain't realized I was eating the baby. I ain't know I was eating them baby.
That's a New Orleans accent.
I ain't know that turkey was no baby. I feel terrible. He ain't even lived his life. Meanwhile, them Jones with the big chin thing, they run around here like, you better not touch me.
Well, the turkey
walking the streets of Cherry Hill. You better not even think about touching me.
Cherry Hill. the turkey that lived by the Y, he must have been like a solid six years old, but he was Muslim. So that's probably why he lived longer.
Wow.
I knew you weren't paying attention.
I am. But yeah, I this whole turkey thing, this is.
What are you doing? You looking at Islamic turkey?
I'm looking at turkey funerals and procurements and I'm looking up the turkey internment.
Sorry.
No, I was waiting for you to finish. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, talking about, I'm eating a turkey sandwich right now. Get them kids out your mouth.
What, did he say sandwich or sandwich?
He said sandwich.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
That's right. And if I get hungry oh man. Blood fart, what's good?
But a little while ago, right before the call, I would have called earlier. I was eating turkey wings. I don't care. Mm-hmm. But listen, I'm gonna get off this phone.
Yeah,
my son's waiting for me. It's always great talking to you. I'm gonna keep you on TV, or I can't respond on the TV.
Well, I appreciate you calling in. I do. We're about to end the show very, very soon. But you have a great day. And once again, thanks for calling in.
All right.
All right.
No problem. Have a good day.
Peace. Bye. Turkey sandwich. All right. What we gonna do right now? Hold on. Once again, what up, Blood Fart? Hey, y'all, thanks for chatting it up. Y'all been funny as shit in the comments. You know what I mean? We learned so much in this show. Did y'all know the lifespan of a turkey before? Had you ever thought about it? I know I hadn't. I'm guilty. And what is a good turkey name? Like, if you had a pet turkey, what would you call it? The gobbler? Frank? Teresa? Taquan? Turquoise? Taquan? I like it. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious November 29th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are special. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They R-S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They R-S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Gail Pryor, and also Taji Usher Glosson, and Yesenia Alcantara, and Katrina Robinson. Last but not least, I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious November 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yo, bougie. We all have bougie people in our lives, and you may have come from bougie parents, and you can best believe if your parents were a little bit bougie, then you are a little bit or maybe a lot of bit bougie also. So shout out to all y'all bougie parents. Shout out to all of y'all bougie families. Shout out to all of y'all bougie who ain't got no business being bougie, but you bougie anyway. I ain't mad at you. We all, I mean, when it really all comes down to it, the bouginess that we may display or not comes down to our preferences. And there are a lot of cultural implications that come along with it, because we have either decided that something is for us or something is not for us. And the way that we express it can make people think that we are bougie or not. Me, I'm grounded. I'm from the hood. My mama from the hood. My daddy from the hood. Both of them had their little bougie ways. They had their bougie ways. But we know that they accepted people on all levels. So I come from that. Many of us come from that. You know what I mean? May you never get caught talking down to somebody and then find out that the person that you are closest to fits that bill. You ever do that shit? You know what I mean? You talking shit about somebody like 2200 was talking about how she spent her summers in Richard Allen. You ever been talking about the projects real bad and you find out that somebody you know, the person that you was talking to was from the projects? Like, damn, but you know, you doing so well now. Like, now you realize you just went deeper. Like, you trying to say I came from nothing? Just because I was from the Jacks don't mean that my parents didn't work. It don't mean that I couldn't afford a baby that away when I was younger. G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Toy 2200 says, you bougie. Shit. I'm definitely the opposite of bougie. But there's just some things I won't do. And it don't smell right. Bloodfart said, I refuse to watch TV for less than $500 per hour. But I watch it for free when nobody is looking. Yo! Get your money. Get your money, Bloodfart. Yo, man, I want y'all to have a great day. No exceptions. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow afternoon, 1:35. So make sure y'all come through. I'll try to make it on time, too. Peace, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel, though.